Hello, YouTube channel, TikTok people. If I put it on TikTok, I have been putting some videos on TikTok. Hello, everyone, from the Old South Witch here. It's about 11:45 on Saturday night, July the 11th. Chilling, been out working hard doing Uber. Left home about 3, didn't get home until after 10. Didn't mean to stay out that long, but kept getting orders, and finally I just had to shut the app off. It's good to be home. It's been hot. It's been hard to be outside during the day. In this video, I just wanted to, basically do a video. It's been a while. I know I don't get enough time to do videos daily or weekly like I should. So anytime I've got a few minutes, I've been trying to, get something on my channel. And again, I have been posting some of my videos on TikTok, not all of them. But yeah, it's Saturday night. Everybody had a good time during the 4th and the holidays, I hope. I certainly did. My share of fun and water and all the above. Made a video about it. But all that's over. We've had a lot of rain. It rained a lot in Hickman County today, but not here at my house. When I got out tonight, there was different spots in the roads here and there that were wet, and I'd have to turn my wipers on for a few minutes. So, no, not any major storms, but just kind of rained on and off. I love the sound of the crickets and the bugs and critters and the tree frogs and things at night. I hate it in the winter when you don't hear them. Yeah, all of the animals are going to be in the video. Kitty Joe, Houdini, and Vader. Kitty Joe and Houdini don't always get along, so you will hear them growling, but they do not hurt each other. They do not actually fight, but you think they're going to. Vader, you really need to get out of the scenario, too. You're not helping. They're like children. Talk to them like children. Yeah, I want to get a quick video in. Love all the noises of outside at night. It has cooled off a lot. I'd already known it was going to pretty much rain off and on all weekend. Hopefully it'll be clear next week. I would like to take Vader to the creek again and put him in the water. He needs a good bath. After all the rain, my grass has grown back. Wow, I just had it cut. I get so tired of the grass cutting thing. That's why I've been trying to sell this place to downsize. And if my next house I have sand or gravel for a yard, I'll be happy with that. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Hope you'll have a better day today, Sunday. It's about to be Sunday here in a few minutes. Again, I'm chilling out here in the cool. I come out to sit on the front porch because in 8 years I've lived here, I've always sit on the carport because I have a table there and my radio and, the trickle chargers and things are plugged up to the bikes, and we're by the sheds when I sit out there. So in 8 years' time, I've never really sat on the little end porch down there or this front porch. I'm getting ready to list the house again this week coming up because I really didn't have much luck on Marketplace. Didn't think I would, but I was hoping, but I had a few weeks window there while my new agent was on vacation. My old agent retired. And my agent's on vacation again, so wow, the real estate business must be really paying. But he's not making it for me because my house is not selling. Which brings me to a point in the video. I say in these videos, witches can't be lazy people. And people think you're being mean by saying that, but I'm not mean. I have a lot going on in my life, and so does everybody else. If you have any kind of hobby or religion or anything, then that takes as much of your time as your job and your home and your family and your pets. And universe forbid, like me, that I have all of that and a job and this big place to keep up and just 2 motorcycles that I don't ride mine that much. The other one was still trying to work on. My truck needs work. I'm getting ready to do a video about my old witchy truck because it's in a lot of videos, and I did one of my first videos when I first started my channel 2 years ago is when I put the roll-in bedliner in it. But I've never really done a video talking about it and what it is and certain things about it. I've had several of them old Chevrolet trucks, so I can tell you a whole lot about them. Being female guys out there, I don't work on it, however. I can change a tire and do things, but hey, to be perfectly honest with you, I was always a cute blonde, so I could smile at some male and get him to do shit for me to my truck. And folks, that's the God's honest truth. A lot of times it might have been my boyfriend or husband or old man or whatever, but even when I was single, I had friends, family, whatever, you know. But yeah, smile a lot. But yeah, I want to do that video because I may put my truck back online and try to sell it. I really don't want to, but I need something to flip, and it sits around. I don't drive it that much anymore because, well, I'm driving my car all the time because it's a lot cheaper on gas than I work all the time. So I have to have my car. But that's a video I want to do coming up with my truck. And I was talking about the witch thing and the craft and the magic. You have to do something with it every day. It's constant. It's a way of life. It's not a religion. And I was watching a video here on YouTube, not before last, when I come in from work, about the drawbacks of magic and witchcraft. Now, I'm getting ready to do a video about that because I had actually started out tonight with a video about me, and I got lost for words and the animals started moving around, so I just stopped the video and started over. But yeah, I'm going to do one to talk about what I do in witchcraft and what I don't, and what I magic and they about the same, you know, what I do and what I don't do, and how I practice and how I roll. I've said things in certain videos, but a few of them I mentioned that I would do that video. But yeah, that's something, folks, that people don't tell you on here. Whether you're on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, if you're starting out in the magical journey and witchcraft and learning and everything, don't do certain things, you know, just starting out, because you may do something and really don't realize what you're doing. I'm sure a lot of people have done it, and it's not a bad thing. But there is drawbacks. For every action, there's a consequence. There's a price to pay. And that's what this video was about, the price to pay of magic. And the honest truth is, what you put out there is what you get back, whether it be good or bad. And you don't get nothing for free. If there's a misconception there that if you practice magic and you practice witchcraft that you can do this and that and you can do this and that to people and it's free, no, it doesn't work that way. There's drawbacks. You will pay. So, you know, if you're going to do a spell to jack somebody up and then something's going to happen to you or you're going to have to pay for it, then you got to stand there and ask yourself, is it really worth it? Because you don't always know. If for everything you get, something gets taken, and that's the truth. And you don't always know what it's going to be. But when it happens, you know it. People fear witches because of the devil and think they worship the devil. Some of them do, some of them don't. If they do, hell yeah, you better not jack with them. Yeah, but most of the Wiccans don't believe in the devil. But again, it depends on the person. You know, it's just not everybody's the same. Witchcraft and magic is not a religion to everybody, and it's not in general. They've made it into a religion with the Wiccan practice. But yeah, for every action there's a consequence, and the Christian Bible and Christians teach you, you know, you pay your money in the collection plate and you donate. We do the same thing in magic. And donating could be your time, your energy, your good thoughts, your sending good vibes. It could be a lot of things. But if you don't give, you don't always get. And that was a lot of what this video was about. And I really meant to mention it, the video, in case anybody watching wanted to go watch the video themselves. And I will in my next one. It's just wrote down in the house. I don't have it outside with me. But that's the truth, folks. You know, there's drawbacks and there's consequences. And I was watching another video with a practitioner, and it was a return to sender spell. And this practitioner mentioned in the spell, look, if somebody done magic to you, witchcraft, black magic, all the same, if somebody's cursed you and you try to curse the witch or the practitioner, you're going to be screwed in the end, because their spirits are so going to get you. What you have to get, who you have to get is the person that paid that practitioner to do that to you. So that's a fear in witches that don't worship the devil. Most all witches work with spirits and their own deities. You also have guides. In Christian faith, you have angels. Well, witches believe in angels. You know, we're all allotted, 10, 11, don't quote me on that, angels the day we're born. But they won't help you if you don't ask them to, because it's free will. Same thing, your guides in witchcraft, it's free will. You have to ask, hey, will you help me? Let them know, yes, I am trying to. You know, like I did the video on the fairies. You know, you have to offer the fairies an offering and take time to earn their trust to get something. So I'm not getting into a long drawn out on that, but in life, no matter what you do, you got to give something to get something, and that's the truth. That is the truth. Now, you can protect yourself with white candles and circles of salt and do a lot of things to keep evil from coming at you when you're doing rituals. And if you're doing dark work, by all means, you need to protect yourself. And most witches are. Most witches are well protected against spells, you know, from other witches or somebody trying to pay somebody to do something to them. But they're also very grounded, too. And if they're very grounded and in tune with their spirits, then you got to worry about the spirits, their spirits. You don't have to worry about the witch. So, either way, it's a good idea not to piss off a witch. I mean, honestly, it's not. Because, again, we've already thought about it. You know, what's going to be taken if I do this? What is this going to cost me? That's something these spellcasters and everybody on all these channels don't teach you. Ask. Spirit, God, whoever you deal with, what's this going to cost me? Do I need to make an offering now? Practitioners that do it for money, their spirits are working for them, and they're doing well with their spirits. I mean, they're taking good care of their spirits and thanking them, and you know, again, you get what you pay for, like in the world we say. What you put out there, you get back. Nothing's for free. Not even magic, not even witchcraft, not even spells. It's pay. But now, again, that could be time, energy, good thoughts. It could be a lot of things that you pay. But either way, it's going to cost you something. Free will. Love spells. In the very beginning of my journey, studying, learning, practicing, that was one of the first things that came across everything that, I was doing at the time. Love spells are not a good thing. Even had a testimony from a fellow practitioner I met back in the beginning of my journey. Said the same thing. It's very dangerous because it's free will. When you doing that spell to manipulate this person into liking you or going out with you to where they're not doing it, then, that's messing with their free will. And you're putting that out there in the universe. So chances are it's going to happen. It's going to come back tenfold, as they say. And it can also be very dangerous in the sense that person becomes totally 100% possessed with you. And I've heard the stories of they have actually killed a human being over that person. People that's had some of the badass love spells put on them. there you go, folks. That, for every action there's a consequence. For every action there's a reaction. So I feel like that's just not something that anybody should really do. And I bitch about Facebook all the time because I see all this stupid shit on there, and somebody was just on there, what brought it to my mind last week on one of the chats. I need to know a love spell. Can anybody out there give me a good love spell? And I just commented back, no, you don't really need that. And I left it at that. So it's not a good idea, and I even did it in the beginning. I'm living testimony that some of the first spells I did, and one was a love spell on somebody. And that was true. Yeah, the person did come obsessed with me. And the person still pretty much is, but not to the point of, lashing out or anything. But, it was proven to me. And in fact, his little joke that he used to tell people was, she buried my drawers in her yard. And I'd laugh and say, yeah, okay. But that's not what I did. But he knew I did something. I mean, right down to the point there for a while, if his hand itched, mine did. Or, if he bumped his hand or arm or something, it came to my mind. I knew it. It's wild how that works. But now we still talk and it's all good. And he watches my videos, so he's probably listening or will listen to this. And if he wants to type that on there, probably will to comment that, yeah, love spells are not a good thing. And, there's spellcasters that get paid to do that stuff. And if they advertise on there. And that's another thing, too. Don't ever pay anybody to do a spell for you. When it comes right down to it, if you have enough faith and you really want this to happen and you set your intention and you're very grounded in it, you can Google how to do that spell and do it yourself and not pay somebody. And I'm not trying to cut anybody's throat out there that does it for a living. Hey, more power to you, roll with it. But I'm just saying you don't have to pay somebody. I'll get into more later. I started out the video about what I do and what I don't do in my practice, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I really want this video to be more about being outside, the cool weather. It's early Sunday morning. I haven't done a video in a few days. I never sat on the front porch, check out the front yard. Not going to be out long. Bugs are starting to bite in my office on the other porch. Too lazy to walk to the other porch. No, that's not good. But yeah, folks, just putting it out there. Nothing's for free. Make up your mind and be very, very sure that this is what you want and this is what you want your life to become before you do spells or, And it says a lot to you. You don't even have to do a spell. You can think it in your mind. If you're in tune with your spirits and guides and centered, you can just look at somebody and think something, and you don't have to do nothing. It's been that way my whole life, too. I've said things, and then it happened, and just, a lot of ways I knew too much about the craft, and so I had to be in another life or born a witch. Actually, I say born, but I had to be in another life because it just too much fell in place. I knew too much about it, and a lot made sense. And if I can be driving down the road, listening to the radio, thinking about 900 things, and out of the blue, something will enter my mind. I can't even think of a good demonstration right now. Hell, it'll happen. May not be that day, but a couple days down the road, even a week later, it'll happen, and I'm going, son of a bitch. Damn. So that's where the shit comes in with the crystal balls and the witchcraft. No, a witch ain't looking into a crystal ball, baby. Spirit's going to tell her. Either it's in a dream or it's just going to be in your mind. I've told people, you're going to smell it, taste it, breathe it, eat it. some way, shape, or form, when you're in tune and you are with, you know shit. You know what's going to happen. And sometimes you don't want to know. And that's the truth, too. Sometimes something will start entering my mind, and I have to control my mind and say, nope. And I'm going there because that may happen. Probably will happen. So now, let's don't even think about it. And sometimes it will go ahead and happen, to that effect. You're like, see, damn it, I tried to block that out of my mind. And that's the truth. That does happen, too. So that's your crystal ball, is your spirit to a witch. That's why the card readers say, I just heard, because Spirit put in their head what they needed to say, or the message that Spirit's trying to give you. Or the person. That's, again, where your crystal ball comes in with witches. Oh, wow. Like, share, subscribe, everybody. Tell your friends. If you've tuned in one more time to watch my latest content, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody that comes back to view. Need more comments. Need more likes. I get a lot of views, but don't get a lot of likes and comments. Comment. I'll say that in a lot of videos. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Ask me some questions. But I know there's millions of videos on here about pretty much everything I just said, and spells, and it's out there everywhere. So you can look up anything without, asking me. But it's just kind of a way for me to communicate with everybody. Again, I'm Pearl Bailey on Facebook. I don't accept friends requests. I am the South Witch on TikTok. Look for the Sagittarius sign. I don't have my picture on there. Have a good Sunday, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. I look forward to seeing you in some videos next week. Hopefully soon, some more videos. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Namaste, everyone.